Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk here on Shelbyville Now. I'm David. This is Bo.
Hello.
We're going to talk about a few things today that's happened over the past few days here around. Before we do, let's hear from our sponsor. We've got two now. We've got Norris Plumbing, and we have 580 Graphics. Let's hear from 580 Graphics, and we'll come right back and we'll jump in.
Let's do it. Let's jump in.
Looking to make your brand stand out? At 580 Graphics in Shelbyville, we turn your ideas into bold, professional results. From custom logo design to screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, decals, banners, and signage, we handle it all in-house with precision and fast turnaround. Whether you're a small business, a church group, a sports team, or a growing company, our experienced design team works with you every step of the way to bring your vision to life. We don't just print graphics. We help you get noticed. Exceptional service. Eye-catching design. Results that speak for themselves. Visit 580 Graphics today and let your brand make a statement.
All righty, welcome back to Real Talk. Bo, let's talk about a couple of things that happened earlier in the week. Monday, our Bedford County Fire Department, I don't know if the city was involved, but I did hear the Bedford County Fire Department working on a grass fire out off of Sulphur Springs Road and Highway 130, and it was really windy on Monday, and they had a time with that. They got it handled and put out pretty quick based on what I've heard.
Yeah.
The magnitude that it could have been is a little bit damp, and I think that helped, but that wind was rough.
Yeah, when you say grass fire around that, we've been fortunate to not be too dry, but as you can see what wind and just, some dry grass can do, it can get out of control. I mean, we've heard about in Gatlinburg. These happen a lot of times right here in Bedford County that they respond to, and they have to get on there quick. And so we'll tip our hats to the Bedford County Fire Department and the Shelbyville Department.
I don't think they were there, but I think it could have gotten.
They would have been there if they needed.
They probably would have been there pretty soon if they hadn't had some control over it. Then on Tuesday, there was a post shared on our Facebook page earlier this week. The Times Gazette put out a picture. There was a protest at Shelbyville Central High School where students during I guess it's more like a study hall break period earlier in the day. I think it was 10:45, something like that.
I think so.
They had a walkout, and I think this was a nationwide thing, but the only school around here that did it was Shelbyville Central High School. They were in protest of ICE.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Especially after what's going on in Minnesota.
The deal in Minnesota has spilled over, and there's a wave of this protest in law enforcement across the country. So that went by. It didn't get any publicity. I don't think anybody really wants to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it because it happened. Okay, you can't ignore it. I think basically what I heard, and I think you saw part of it, it was isolated, very isolated, put over into a corner. They got the opportunity to do it, and it was handled. Okay, I saw a lot of comments. How in the world could you let this happen? And then I saw other comments. I mean, there was like a street fight taking place on Facebook over this, back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna give you my take, and then you can expand and go into your take on it. My take is, yes, we have rights to protest, peacefully protest anything that we want to as a citizen of the United States. The Constitution affords us that right. Okay, we do have a right. It's freedom of speech. It comes into there. There's other laws, I think, that our Board of Education was probably afraid of because there's been lawsuits across. Everybody's afraid of lawsuits. Okay, if you don't do anything wrong, you don't have to worry about lawsuits. But these days, you don't know what's wrong, what's right.
The wind blows, you get sued.
Yeah, exactly. If it's the wrong direction.
That's right.
So the way I see it is nobody wants to talk about it. I think you have to talk about stuff like this to talk through it, to get to a peaceful resolution rather than people coming to blows. And I respect the right, the freedom of speech for everybody. Whatever it is that you want to bark about, go bark. We're going down though to children.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are.
That's where it kind of threw my red flag up. Who is exploiting these children to get them to do that? That's what I want to know. Yeah. They have the right to do that. I don't know what their right is as a child or if as a citizen. I don't know about all that as far as the law goes, but I know what would have happened in 1978, 1979, when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I know what would happen.
Yeah, it would have stopped.
It wouldn't
from
have
the
happened.
get-go,
It wouldn't have happened.
Well, that's what's happening. And I think, I don't know if it's, not getting enough attention at home, this social media, they really push this stuff, and it really, they push a lot of false information that tugs at people's hearts. And there's a lot of, things that in both sides to an issue, regardless what your side is, you need to be educated on what you're screaming or you're protesting about. And I hope that, and I think that the schools should, this is a school after all, is to teach why we have these rights. Why do we have these? Teach the history of things. But I think that suppression, you talked about, some people say, why did they let it happen? I think that suppression would be the worst thing that you could do. I think that would cause all types of a backlash. I think that that Shelbyville Central High School, it's no secret. I mean, there's a lot of our Hispanic population children go there, and that's they've been feel that they need to have a say. And I think that the administration did the right thing by really coordinating it, keeping eyes on it, and giving them probably the best time where there's no schoolwork going on for them to have their say. It was fenced in. But personally, yeah, I think that it needs to be not done at school, and I wish there would be more order.
So here's the thing: their say. What was said? I don't know.
I don't know. And
I saw some signs.
That's the thing. What are you I mean, we're wanting a safer country. There are a lot of people, a lot of Hispanics that want us to abide by immigration rules. Most of them that I know, they are for this. They're for enforcement of rules. Are there some people that have been caught in it? Yes, it's awful. It's a bad way. I think they need to have a quicker way to pat citizenship and all this. But we had an overabundance that it was draining our infrastructure. It's kind of like here in Bedford County. I mean, you can just hold so much. And I hate that it came to violent. You look at Memphis and Chicago, it didn't get violent. I mean, I think that they did their job. I'm sure there were case by case scenarios, but then I think they really got agitated in Minnesota. I think somebody behind the scenes really pumped them up to just basically say, I want you to get this officer so mad he'll shoot you.
You had two people that were killed.
Yes.
Whether it was instigated and provoked or whatever, it's terrible.
It's awful.
It's terrible what happened.
It's awful.
But what really ticks me off is instead of trying to get justice in that situation delivered, they used it for political gain.
That's right.
And it almost feels like it was a setup that poor lady lost her life and she was a sacrificial lamb for that cause.
And it makes me think that might not be so far from the truth, because I mean, that's what the other side wanted, and they're willing to let innocent person's blood spill and make it look like something that it's really not. Look, they're just wanting to enforce the law, and then it spills over. Now here it is in Shelbyville, and you know what? Maybe the students here, they don't know a lot about it, so maybe it just gives them a chance to experience a little bit of America and see that we have differences and we can speak. I can't say that that this was important to me, but it is important to them. Let them speak. I mean, a lot of times they fight, so let them scream out in the football field. I think Shelbyville Central High School did a wonderful job, though, of containing this. I mean, there was Shelbyville Police Department on the scene. I know there were several, administrators and local legislators around just to keep an eye on it, because we care about our students, and we don't. And there's nothing violent about Bedford County or Shelbyville or Shelbyville Central High School. We've got harmony there. And I think that's kind of one of the things is like, why here? Because we've got harmony here, and we don't want to create.
Well,
but there are disruptors.
And on the Facebook post, I mean, honestly, I'm like, this is not good. Some of the comments that were made both ways, both sides. Everybody got a little bit fired up.
Yes.
Got a little bit excited. Got a little bit bold.
Yeah.
Okay. When you got it on the keyboard, it's pretty bold.
You can get bold. You can, but then you got to chill out. I mean,
but it just shows you though how things have changed in just like the 70s, 80s. it wouldn't happen. But now everybody's got their cause.
They got their side.
I mean, if I'd done it, my daddy would have whipped my hind end.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what would have happened. But they've got these sides, and they pick sides, and nobody wants to come to the middle, or nobody wants to admit, you know what, you've got a good point. And then the other one say, you know what, you've got a good point. They can't let go of the pride. They think it's weakness, but they're fooled, because the strength is in being humble. The strength is in saying, I'm sorry, you know what, you've got a good point. They look at that as weakness, but they get nothing done. That's just my point on things. And I wish we could get there, but that's where we are, sadly. And that's where the online will get you in these social things. I don't read them. I mean, I do
people,
to a certain extent.
I think it's a good place for people to voice an opinion, but sometimes it gets personal, disrespectful, and all that. And that's no good. That's not productive. So we moved past Tuesday with the event that took place, the people that wanted to protest, the kids that wanted to protest. Half of them probably didn't understand, but they went and did it because their friends did, or whatever. I would like to still know the adults that instigated it, okay, and put these children in potential harm, and forced our county school system to deal with an issue that they don't need to be dealing with. They had to do it.
A lot of extra man hours spent
right
on that situation.
I mean, it's a place of learning, and I get that. And there could be a lesson taught through this, like you said earlier.
I'm hoping.
So hopefully things will cool off, and we want a peaceful community for everybody. Yes. And it doesn't matter what color your skin is.
No.
It doesn't matter what your thoughts are, what your beliefs are, but just believe this: America's the greatest country on the planet. And if you came here, you want to stay here. Okay, I get that. Just go through the right process and get it where you can stay here and not have to worry about hiding.
Yes.
And you do that, and America is a fantastic country, and you won't have to worry about any three-lettered agency coming looking.
And I've shared this story before, that I have a friend local that lives right here that we helped do that. I say me and my family, we vouched for him. He didn't have to go anywhere, and he got his citizenship, and it's just the greatest feeling in the world. He still loves his homeland, but he realized he wants to be here, and he wanted to get that stress that was just that undue burden off of him. And he was just a great guy. So, that's why people are important, and that's why we need, no matter our color, to join, communicate, meet in the middle, because there's a better way than just going back and all this. There's got to be. These people are here a lot of times on no fault of their own. And
and I think too, they're here for a reason. It's because they love Bedford County.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
they do.
And
all of them.
I love Bedford County. You love Bedford County. I think everybody out here watching loves Bedford County. So let's share that in common and move forward.
The Hispanics that in my life are brothers, are Bedford County brothers. Some of them been here since the 90s. Yep. I love them. They're here. You're Bedford County. Let's all go sing Kumbaya together.
We won't do that. We'll just, how about this? Just enjoy our Bedford County together.
Let's do that.
Let's take a break. We'll hear from Norris Plumbing. We're going to come back and talk about one other thing before we close out. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Norris Plumbing has been serving our community for 3 generations, providing reliable solutions for every plumbing need. From water heaters and water lines to kitchens, baths, and complete repiping, our team delivers quality workmanship you can trust. Professional service means arriving on time, explaining the problem, and completing the job with precision. At Norris Plumbing, we stand behind our work because your home deserves the very best. Call Norris Plumbing today at 931-703-5915. Norris Plumbing, trusted, professional, dependable.
All righty, welcome back in here to Real Talk. We're going to talk about something, Bo, that you and I were talking before we came on, and I think it's worth mentioning. We have our last official list of people who qualified for the election, and I'm going to give a rundown real quick. I'm not going to call any names, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 running for county mayor. 3 of those have qualified to run in a Republican primary. Only 1 will move out of that, but I will mention the names there. Chad Fletcher, Allie Puckett, and James Sloan. All 3 are running in that primary. So one of those will move to the general election to face the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others.
Okay. Question I have for you. Historically, I haven't, I've really kept close to this one, obviously. I haven't as early and as often in the past. Is this is this normal to have this many
No,
candidates?
we've got 8 candidates, and the most I can ever remember is 5 or 6. So this is a little bit more. We got a bunch of independents running that's going to throw them right to the general election.
So we'll have one come out of the 3, and then that'll leave us with several candidates there. I mean,
yeah, it'll leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the ballot.
We're at least looking at 6. It's a general election. Now there is another deadline to, I guess, to take your name out. I think it's February 26th.
You can withdraw.
To withdraw officially, but I would say these are pretty much set in stone. Josh, I think, posted them early. Check them out.
Right.
Check it out on Shelbyville Now Facebook.
Okay, we've got District 1 with a lot of people.
Oh yeah, yes. I think there's 5 or 6 there.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in District 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 in District 2. No, we've got 5 in District 2. I'm trying to blow this up so I can see it real good. All right, going on over to the other districts, we have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 running in District 3. We've got 3 running in District 4, all independents there. We've got 4 running in District 5. We have 4 running in District 6. We have 3 running in District 7, and 8 and 9 are going to be uncontested.
Well, wow. I mean, we've already talked about this, but we're going to have a new mayor. We're going to have a new sheriff. Rhonda Clanton, it served 30 years plus years. She's stepping down. I know I'm missing somebody. We've got several commissioners that are stepping down or not running again. Wow, what a turnover. What an opportunity Bedford County has right now. That's what that shows me. And it shows me that people are plugged in. I haven't met all of those. I've met a lot of those names there, and they're all great people that I've talked about that have the same cares, most of the ones that I've talked to. And so I'm really kind of pumped and happy to see this.
I think, Bo, as much as it's been talked about, everybody knows the talking points. Everybody knows what the county is concerned about. So everybody's going to agree with that.
Yeah.
When it changes is when the votes are cast, they get sworn in. What did they do with that information?
They can talk all day long.
Yeah. I want to go back and talk about our last topic because we got a comment here. Rudy Alvaro. I just bought my house in Bedford County. I didn't come to America because I want to. I was forced by my own government to leave my country. I've been in this great country 4 years and 6 months. I am just an asylum seeker. I've been paying my taxes like everybody, and I just bought my house. You can't do that anywhere else, but I am seeing the same thing I saw in my country happening right now in America.
Wow, that's interesting.
Is
that Rudy? Did you say
Rudy Diaz?
Thank you for sharing that with me.
All right, an asylum seeker, he had to flee his country, and he chose to buy a house in Bedford County and live here. Yeah. All right, good luck to you, Mr. Alvarez. I hope things work out, and you get to get things worked out paperwork wise if you have to, and hopefully what's happening in the United States right now will not continue.
Yes. We do hope that happens.
Everything
my hat's off to you. I mean, that guy's been through it, and I'm glad he's chose Bedford County here. So, if we can help him, let's help him.
And let's hope now. Let's shift back to the election. We hope we get some good representatives to represent.
We got to represent exactly, just like him. He's a Bedford County. He pays his taxes. You heard it.
Yeah.
And let's get him right.
And if he gets his citizenship, he will have the right to vote.
Sure.
All right, so here we go.
We need that.
All right, so everybody knows these talking points, Bo.
Oh yeah,
everybody knows them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you get every single person that's running. They're gonna go. Everybody's gonna come on, meet the candidates. They're gonna tell you it's gonna be growth is the talking point. Okay, what you do with it, okay, that's what matters.
It's all about what you do, not what you say. There is no ifs, ands, or ways around it. Whenever you get in that seat, you're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to make a decision for your constituents. You're making that decision based on them, not on your heart. Right. So that right there is telling, you just got to speak for them. It's not too hard, really. I think people try to complicate it.
Oh yeah, it's like
very
they,
you know, and this and that.
You know, all these decisions. I've had this conversation, but all these decisions are so tough. No, they're not. Just ask your people what you want to do.
Yeah.
It gets the monkey off your back.
It does.
You go and you talk to your folks. You know what they want.
Yes, that's right.
It's pretty simple, really.
Yeah. But it takes effort to get out. I mean, you've got to interact with the community.
The hardest part is what's happening right now. The election, getting through that.
Yeah.
Without getting whipped up. Yeah. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, it's a lot of hard work for candidates to go out and meet folks, and that's a long process. And then the other thing is, everybody has the same talking points, but then when they get in their room to make a decision, stuff that's happened behind the scenes, under the tables, over there in the weeds, over here in the bushes, over there in the smoke, and then you come up and you say, wow, I thought we were going to talk about this right here in front of everybody, but it's already been talked about.
They got cameras everywhere now. That's what I say. Yeah. We talk about it in front of the camera.
But that's the thing. We have to pay attention to what's going on. And I'm going to say this now. You need to watch the candidates who have big, rich donors that are supplying money to them and who don't.
Yep.
That's a big factor.
It is.
Because this election is not for sale, Bo.
No, it's not.
The people that are going in the booths are the ones. They don't need to be bought and paid for by a fancy mailer or a fancy billboard. They just need to do their homework, and everybody needs to know.
Reach out.
What district you live in.
Yes, reach out. Know
who's running.
And when I say opportunity here, I mean opportunity to preserve and to put a heart in Bedford County, and some people that really want to care. We could lose it to people that don't have the best interest. And I think the opportunities there to kind of change things and keep them, well, not change things, but keep Bedford County who we are, while realizing, those big talking points, growth, and all this other stuff. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening.
It's a fact.
And we've got to face it, and we've got to deal with it, and we've got to make some tough decisions. I mean,
but you got to listen to those people.
Yes, as
the people, all 56,000 people need to have a voice. If you're a citizen and live in this country, in Bedford County, you should have a voice in what takes place. We're all taxpayers in one way or another.
Rudy.
Whether it's sales tax or if it's property tax or whether it's both, whatever it is. But we got about 29,000 people registered to vote. And so you got a whole lot of folks that aren't registered. And most of them, a big chunk of them are kids. Okay, we know that. Probably about 12 or 13,000 are kids, but there's still a block of people that aren't registered to vote.
Yeah.
Those people need to register to vote.
Yes.
Okay. And the 29,000 that we do have need to exercise their right to vote.
Yes.
So here's my question for anybody watching. Have you skipped voting in a local election? And if you did, why did you skip it? Now, I've got a theory that I think, and we've talked about this before, Bo, and I've had conversations with a lot of different people about it. There's some people that's sitting out there, so I'm not going to vote because it don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. My vote don't count. It don't matter what I think.
That's like saying $1 don't matter, because when you put a lot of them together, it makes a big stack of dollars.
Value. They're $1 with the rest. They're all the same.
But it makes a difference. Without that one, if everybody thought like that, then where would we be?
Yeah.
And we're kind of, you mentioned close to 30,000 registered voters.
29,000.
What is our average? 5,000, 7,000?
6, 7, 8, depending. If it's a presidential election, we might have 12.
Yeah. So we've got less than 50%, way less than 50% participation.
Right.
So, let's step it up.
Brenda Gregory says it matters. Yes, it absolutely matters. There's people that died for us to live in this country, to have the right to vote. Surely to goodness, out of honor for all of our veterans who've paid the ultimate price, we would go vote. All right.
That's it.
So here's another thing too. Another thing too, Bo. There's so many opportunities to vote. It's not like there's just one day. Okay.
Oh,
you got early voting.
Good point.
For like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You've got opportunity.
For crying out loud.
Yeah, you do.
Just look at the calendar, find out when it is.
That's right.
And let's get it done.
Yeah. That's it. Pay attention. Know when it is. It'll sneak up on you. If you're one of those that live like that, that things sneak up on me. Go vote early. It's done. You don't have to put election day in your calendar. You can just sit back and watch it or not watch it.
Right. And they'll even give you a little sticker and say I voted.
They will, and you can find all this. And you
Gotta
might
have
get a
that
pin
sticker.
too. Sometimes
Nah.
they'll give you a pin, but
Just a sticker.
you need to find that information online. And if you can't, look at shovelnow.com.
Yeah.
We keep
It's
all
Scott
kinds of things
Vickery
on there.
brings up a good thing. This
Scott
May-
Vickery always
the-
brings
our,
up good
our,
points.
Our May primary, the Republican primary, it's like he says, it's going to bring the countdown. It's going to weed out and filter out the Republican that's going to move or the Republicans that are going to move. And I'll be honest with you, 80%, if you look at the number, 78% in our last election voted Republican.
They sure did. They sure did.
So this number for the Republican primary should be a big number.
It should be. I mean, there's not a whole lot of, if there were a lot more candidates.
Listen to this, Diane Peach Neely, every vote counts. I won my first election by one vote.
There you go, Diane.
Well, let's go back to this.
Tell them.
Sitting in this very little room back in 2022, we were sitting here watching District 1. And it was between Drew Hooker, Eric Maddox, and Mr. Gallagher. And somebody won by 3 votes. And I said, somebody at the dinner table, just one family decided that.
Exactly. I mean, that's true. Diane, I mean, it didn't even take a whole family. It was just, a cousin got out and flipped it over. I mean, that's what it
Diane,
takes.
just think if that one person got mad at you, you'd been sitting there in a time. 2 of them got mad at you, you wouldn't have won.
So, but here's another thing. We talk about the campaign, and I know we got to go quick, but you hear they're fired up during the campaign. They need to stay fired up all through the year. Diane's one of them. She stays fired up throughout the year. She does her job, I would say, very, very well. But you see a lot of them from the campaign, and then you don't see them as much. I think they need to stay connected with that and stay connected to your.
All right, Scott, I'm going to ask you a question. He comes back in here, says, being a poll worker, I have to vote early since I cannot get to my voting precinct over lunch. Okay, so he's a worker at he's somewhere out there.
He's serving.
So Scott, typically in the past, this type of election, when it's an off year, when it's a midterm situation going on, we don't have as many people vote. Bedford County needs to show up.
Show up in the midterms. That's right. Usually presidential elections, no doubt that's what, but it's time to show up. I mean, we need, your voice needs to be heard.
Yeah, we got a governor race too. That's like, to me, critical.
Very critical. And get to know those candidates as well. Yeah. Don't just don't go off name recognition.
Yeah, that's the bad thing. You look at somebody and say, yeah, I've heard of him. Well, don't do that. Yeah. Find out about him or her.
Yeah, that can,
and vote accordingly.
That's right. It might be another one that you didn't know. You never know what's going to happen. But do your research.
Yeah,
we can't say it enough. I know we've said it for like 5 years, but let's just keep saying it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes, we appreciate
Thanks for the
comments, everything.
We'll be back again probably on Monday.
Yes, Monday.
Unless something earth-shattering comes up.
It will come. We got the weekend wrap-ups Saturday.
Yeah, we got the sports show Saturday morning as well.
And if anything happens, like you said, we'll break news. We want to thank our sponsors.
Yeah.
That 580 graphics, however you like to say
580 graphics and Norris Plumbing.
Yes.
And let me put in a plug for this. We will have some new candidates, meet the candidates coming up. This weekend, there's going to be 2 added. So
I hadn't looked on there in a while. So look, y'all, there's a lot on there. Get to know. That's one way to know them.
One went up yesterday. There's another one going up Saturday.
Okay, good.
And I will put a notification out there to let everybody know it's been up.
That's a good service.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys